Hi everyone, I'm Kim Schmidt, and I'll be creating the video series about AI and ML and advanced analytics on AWS. I'm president and CEO of Data Leader, an AWS partner and vendor company focusing on big data architectures and advanced analytics. Analytics today stretches beyond business intelligence to include real-time streaming and analytics augmented with artificial intelligence. You might be wondering why you should spend your precious time watching this video series. I created a 6.5-hour video series on AWS Glue, Amazon Athena, and Amazon S3 data lakes. These three services have transformed how businesses perform cutting-edge analytics in the day and age of AI and ML. The sooner you begin to learn how to use these services, the less of a learning curve you'll have as AI and ML progress. This first video in the series is an explainer video that will demonstrate how this YouTube video series interweaves with my published 2.5-hour Pluralsight video entitled Serverless Analytics on AWS that can be found at the URL I'm showing on the screen. This short explainer video serves as an introduction to the series and also lets you know why learning what I'll be teaching is not only compelling, but your future depends on knowing these things. I want to help anyone who might have questions like, my company doesn't need AI, or our analytics are fine, thank you, or even, it won't affect my company's vertical. All of those statements are false. Please join me in a journey to a thorough understanding of where the state-of-the-art technologies are, why you need them, and how to implement them. Let's take a look at a couple of different scenarios that you'll see in each of the videos in this series. The screenshot on this slide shows the table of contents of the Pluralsight course. This video series augments that 2.5-hour course. Nothing in these videos are in the course. Initially, I created 6.5 hours of course content, but it was reduced to 2.5 hours. I felt the need to add the omitted content for you because AWS Glue, Amazon Athena, and S3 data lakes have revolutionized data analytics as we know it today. Take note, however, having to reduce a 6.5-hour video course to 2.5 hours made it so that the topics are introduced in a different order, so don't be confused about that. I did the best I could. The link at the bottom of the slide will take you to my Pluralsight course entitled Serverless Analytics on AWS. Each video will contain a slide or two that will point out in a screenshot what you should watch before that video, if relevant, and what you should watch after that video, if relevant, for that particular YouTube video that you're looking at. Let's say a YouTube video fits perfectly in between two Pluralsight modules. I'd show a screenshot like the one on this slide showing the table of contents of the course with the two modules surrounded by a colored rectangle and suggest that you watch whatever the name is of the module that you should watch first and the name of the module that you should watch after. This pattern of when to watch the YouTube videos interweaved with the course modules will be included in every YouTube video, so you're getting the maximum understanding and value from both sources. Let's take a look at another scenario for viewing order of this YouTube video series with the course modules. Let's say you're watching the Pluralsight course module entitled The Power of Amazon Athena, surrounded by an orange rectangle. The module consists of individual sections shown by the larger orange rectangle. Let's say you just finished watching the section entitled Databases and Tables in the course, shown by the yellow rectangle, and you're about to watch the first demo in this section. All demos in these screenshots will have a pink rectangle surrounding it. And let's say I suggest that you watch the section on databases and tables in the YouTube video series after the section on databases and tables in the course, because there's more content in the YouTube video. And then watch the demo shown on the slide in the course module. Another example would be that I suggest that after you watch the last section in the module entitled Monitoring and Tracing Ephemeral Data, before you start the next course section entitled How to AI and ML Your Apps and Business Processes, that you watch video demo number 2 on YouTube, because that entire demo was cut from the course. You get the picture. In the next few slides, I'll show you the table of contents of the Pluralsight course, so you'll know what to look forward to learning. However, note that you will get more than what you see in the course table of contents, and some completely separate full modules that aren't in the course as well. This slide shows you the first 3 modules of the course. Notice that each module has a play button surrounded by a blue circle to the left of each module name that you click to watch that section. In addition, each module has a chevron or a caret character on the right, surrounded by a pink circle that expands the top level module name to show the individual sections and their titles within each module. The first module only has one section, entitled Course Overview, that serves as a summary of what you'll learn and how you'll benefit from watching the course. The next module only has one section as well, entitled Download and Install Course Prerequisites. You'll need to watch the section entitled Prerequisites so you can download the course code assets from my GitHub account, as well as making sure you have a third-party SQL client installed locally on your machine. The next module shown in this screenshot is entitled The State of Analytics in the Cloud. It overviews the AWS services we'll be using in the course. That includes AWS S3 Data Lake platforms, AWS Glue, Amazon Athena, and the analytical relational database in the cloud named Amazon Aurora. We'll be creating an Aurora database in the cloud, then via our third-party SQL client, give the database a schema and populate it with data, then query it and do some transformations. Later in the course, we'll use AWS Glue crawlers to crawl this Aurora database, extract the schema and statistics, and populate the AWS Glue data catalog with the data. Subsequently, we'll perform the same queries and transformations on the Aurora table in the Glue data catalog, just like we did with the third-party SQL client, but without having to connect to the database remotely, showing how much faster, easier, and ultimately much more efficiently and effectively doing queries using AWS Glue and Amazon Athena is versus having to connect remotely. This screenshot shows the next 2 modules in the course. At the top is the module named Infrastructure and Data Setup via Amazon CloudFormation that has the first demo in the course. The demo will build out the entire relational data part of the course. This entire module isn't replicated in this YouTube video series because this module is absolutely centered on the demo, which I can't replicate due to my contract with Pluralsight. You should watch this module in the course because we'll be building upon this initial AWS framework throughout the rest of the course and video series. The next module shown in this screenshot is entitled The Power of AWS Glue. This module explains important core concepts and features of AWS Glue. The information in the course module is important and not duplicated in the YouTube video series, so you should watch the course module. However, I suggest you watch the video in the YouTube series after that because it contains so many more integral concepts about AWS Glue. This screenshot shows the next module expanded, named Creating AWS Glue Resources and Populating the AWS Glue Data Catalog. This module has 4 demos that you'll only be able to watch in the course. The demos are configuring an Amazon S3 bucket and uploading the Python transformation script, creating the AWS Glue infrastructure architecture, running the first crawler to populate the Glue data catalog and run the Glue ETL job to transform the data, and lastly, creating a new AWS crawler to crawl the Parquet formatted data that is a result of one of the transformations. After watching this module in the course and doing all the demos, I suggest watching the YouTube video associated with this module because it gives you more insight into what you're doing in the demos. In addition, the YouTube video will automate a Glue crawler and an ETL job for transforming data to build a completely automated Glue workflow. There's no automation demos in the course, so you'll need to watch the YouTube video to build upon the demos in the course before watching the Glue automation demo, so you'll appreciate the work the automation saves you. This screenshot shows the last 2 modules of the Pluralsight course. At the top, the module is entitled The Power of Amazon Athena, and it has 1 demo. I suggest after watching the course module on Athena that you watch the YouTube video that corresponds to the online course module. It'll have much more information in it that's very beneficial to know, including but not limited to elaborating more on databases and tables in Amazon Athena, an entire section on using workgroups with Athena that isn't in the course, elaboration on using partitions in Athena, an entire section on the top 10 performance tuning tips for Athena, an extended section on monitoring and tracing ephemeral data, and lastly, a section on using Amazon QuickSight, the first BI service with pay-per-session pricing and machine learning insights, including a demo. None of that is in the course at all. After the course module and the accompanying YouTube video on Amazon Athena, in the YouTube series, I'll have a video on building a complete end-to-end automated analytical workflow on AWS that isn't in the course modules at all. The last module for both the course and the YouTube video series is entitled How to AI and ML Your Apps and Business Processes. You should watch the course module, then afterwards watch the accompanying YouTube video because the YouTube video has a lot of additional information that totally ties together everything you've learned in both the Pluralsight course and the video series. There will be additional content in this YouTube video series that isn't in the Pluralsight course. I'll have a marker in the videos that aren't in the Pluralsight course for you, so you know that it's additional information. This quote is from Sergey Brin, co-founder of Google. It reads, "The only way you're going to have success is to have lots of failures first." I'm aware that what I'm going to be teaching you through these videos isn't going to be easy. It's a steep learning curve. But don't give up. Having many failures and even small wins will bring you closer to conquering that mountain. This quote is from Jack Welch, former chairman and CEO of General Electric. It reads, "Change before you have to." This quote has a direct correlation to the rapid pace of technological change today. Those that start when the technologies are beginning to advance rapidly will have an easier time keeping up as newer technologies built upon what's new now are released. This is the end of YouTube video 1. In the next video, I'll cover advanced data and emerging technologies, which is the first video in a larger grouping of videos entitled Cloud and Data Metamorphosis that will set the stage for the remainder of the videos in this series. By the way, every video will end with a slide with this image on it and the URL at the top. The URL leads you to my book site where you can download a 99-page chapter on how to create a predictive analytics workflow on AWS using Amazon SageMaker, Amazon DynamoDB, AWS Lambda, and some other really awesome AWS technologies. The reason the chapter is 99 pages long is because I leave no black boxes, so people who are advanced in analytics can get something out of it, as well as a complete novice. I walk readers through step by step in creating the workflow and describe why each service is used and what it's doing. Note, however, it's not fully edited, but there's a lot of content that walks you through step by step with a lot of screenshots showing how to create that predictive analytics workflow. The title of the book I'm working on is called Artificial Intelligence and Analytics on AWS. I'll see you in the next video.